Alright. It is Pokemon time! Woo! So we were working on Pokédex, we were working on organizing some Poké cards, and so we are going to today go ahead and we are just going to play some Pokemon. So what do we got here? Who are we playing? Who do you want to be? Give me a deck and you take a deck.
You get to choose your deck.
Okay, well...
In here are our World Championship decks.
And I want the Dark World Championship deck.
Okay.
This is, I think, the 2015 deck. 2015 World Championship deck.
2016.
Oh, 2016.
And
for those of you that are not familiar, yep, 2016 World Championship deck. This is the... Oh, I don't remember the name of it. But they actually have decks
they're
for...
both 2016.
Oh, these were the finalists then, or they were different regions. They won different regions.
They probably were against each other.
I don't know if they were or not, but
That's
this deck, if you are not familiar with this deck or any of the World Championship decks,
they use a lot
definitely,
of strategy.
Yes, every deck has its own basic strategy.
Don't use the World Championship deck for starting, because that deck, especially, the best Pokemon in there, you have to use it as much strategy as you can. It's really hard. This deck, just so you see it, this Floatstone here comes in really handy, and he comes in really handy when you pair him, in case you are not familiar with the strategy, and also
with this guy.
And also, this is not sponsored by Pokemon. Not sponsored.
So,
just so you know.
I like to use this guy right here, and I like to use the Oblivion Wing. Went towards the end of, or at least after I've got a couple of guys in, because you have Darkrai, EX here.
Comment down below what his name was. I was a humongous Pokemon fan, and now I just lost it.
What?
I wasn't as much as a Pokemon fan than it was, but now I'm getting back into it.
So, oh yeah, and each one of them comes with a thing here. So anyway.
Buttons.
So this guy right here and this guy right here would be your two main Pokemon in this deck. And they're both basics. But the Floatstone will allow you to retreat them with no cost. So if you have one that is on your bench, right here, like say he's on your bench, and you do not have enough energy on him, or any energy anywhere, whatever,
I'm gonna use
this Oblivion Wing right here will allow you to take energy from your discard pile. Yes, it'll do 30 damage. No, that's not a whole lot, but it allows you to take the energy from your discard pile and put it on a benched Pokemon. So, if you have a Pokemon that is on your bench, that allows you to do that. And he does have a stronger attack. And then if you have the Floatstone attached to him,
his retreat cost is 0.
So if you attack with him under the Darkness Blade, you can actually retreat him on the next turn, so you do not have to worry about the effects. Now,
one of the things, let me see it, the second Darkness Blade, were you talking about that move?
Oh, a little bit, yep.
Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn.
Yeah, so
that's probably why she wants the Floatstone.
So the Floatstone's a really good tool for that. Now, the only basic to an upgrade that we have here is Trubbish, and then his stage 1 is Garbodor. Trubbish. Now, this one comes in really handy if you're talking about your opponent using tools. Okay? There are no psychic energies in this deck. There are none. So, all you're going to really want to do... Huh?
How are you going to be able to play?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, is that you cannot actually do that with this. So his ability is why you have him in your deck. So you have him in your deck for his ability. So his ability says that if this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool card attached to it, which actually, again,
there's 2 of them.
the Floatstone is a Pokemon tool.
This Pokemon?
Hold on, we're getting there.
Okay.
If you have a tool card attached to it, each Pokemon in play, in each player's hand and in each player's discard pile, has no abilities. So, if you're worried about your opponent playing one of his abilities, which on the other World Championship deck there is a strong ability.
Yes, it's very strong.
This guy with a Floatstone attached to him, so that you can pull him back because he can't actually attack. His ability.
Then why is in the deck?
His ability will help you save you off of strong abilities that are against you. Now, you also have. Hold on, Dylan was just saying, Hoopa is in this deck.
Hoopa EX.
Right, and he's a basic, but look at again. Energy.
Psychic.
We have no psychic energy in this deck. So that leads you to think, well, why would this championship put this in here? Well, look at your ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX. So if you...
That came in handy last time.
It came in very handy. Because if you put this guy from your hand onto your bench, okay? You don't even have to pick him up off your bench, but you take him from your hand. And you don't have to put him in as an active Pokemon. Actually, I probably wouldn't if I could avoid it, because he cannot attack, because you do not have any psychic energy. But if you take this guy and you put him on your bench, then you can search your deck to pull one of your other EXs, which... We already looked at this guy. He's an EX. He's a really good one you want to do. Okay. Then there's also this one.
Giratina.
So again, look at the ability, because the ability is very important here. It says prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Mega Evolution Pokemon. So this is a really important card to put up if you are facing a Mega Evolution.
But what is bad, and what my dad at first thought was, when he put him into play, there's no grass or psychic energy.
That's right. However,
so that's where this card comes in.
So it's a double dragon energy card. And double dragon.
And when on a dragon type, the double dragon energy can be as any energy.
So that double dragon energy is going to count
as those 2.
Yes.
And then you have 3 double dragons.
So there are 3 double dragon energies in the set. And there are 2 of the Giratinas, I believe. So
yeah, there's 2.
This is covered by the double dragon, and then your darks can cover that, or you could just do 2 double dragons, it doesn't matter. So this guy can do damage. But if you're facing a Mega Evolution, this is a very important ability that you have to know when to play. Okay, and then finally, one that you might not really fully see why it's in here until you start playing this deck. This card right here, say it because I'll butcher it, I believe it's Shaman.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shaman, again, now this one is going to take it's a normal type.
Oh.
So it's going to take any energy.
It's an any type.
So the Sky Return, though, look at what happens when you play Sky Return. Return this Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your hand. So if you have the 2 energy on here, you have this here, you return it to your hand.
Mommy, when you do that,
it does not count as a retreat.
When you do that, you cannot use it. You cannot take it in with all its energy on, but you can't put it in your hand and still have the energy on it.
Right, so you return everything in your hand, but then the energies are no longer on that card.
Yeah, when you put it down, it's going to have a blank canvas.
Right, so here's the thing.
But the health stays the same.
So here's the thing. if you return this Pokemon and all the cards attached to it to your hand, you've actually just gained 2 energy in your hand, and you did 30 damage, and now this card is back in your hand. Now, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you draw as many cards as you need to in order to reach 6 cards in your hand. So if you're having a hard time drawing a card, this is a really good ability to be able to use. Now, in this deck, there are multiple trainers and multiple tools also that focus you on drawing cards, searching and drawing a card, or reshuffling to draw a card. So that would be one of the...
I wonder that's why the person chose all those trainers.
I really truly believe it is. I believe the strategy was based on having the cards that you needed in your hand by picking up extra cards whenever you needed them. So playing with that deck, I really am starting to, I think, understand
This will be your
what
bench.
this person, 2016, and I really wish I remember the name, and I don't. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We can look it up.
I really think I'm starting to get a little bit of the strategy behind here. So if you happen to be that player, go ahead and please let me know if I'm on the right track here. I'm starting to try and understand your strategy, and let me know if I'm on the right track, because it's really kind of a great idea, and I didn't get it the first couple times I played it, but now I am. All right, now what else is it?
One more thing. We use dice as health.
And we do, because the little...
as damage.
So...
Because these little things... Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just move them out of the way. Oh, this was a deck.
Cool. Oh, it's a water deck. Okay.
These little things...
Pain in the butt.
Look at how small they are. You can lose them so easily.
So we just use our dice for damage.
Because it's
really
so
good idea.
much easier.
So in order to make it work, we actually just drop our zeros most of the time. So like this Goldeen right here has 40 HP. So if Goldeen gets hit with 20, if Goldeen gets hit with 10, then we just put a 1 up. And then we know that 4 minus 1 would be 30.
And then 20.
Yep.
And 30. Then 40.
And dead. Yep. Or not dead. Sorry. They don't die. They faint.
Fainted.
All right. So that's kind of a little basic of what we've been looking at. And like I said, this championship deck here, if you are the player who played this deck.
Stop talking about it.
I would love to hear from you if I'm on the right track or not. All right. So check out our next video that's going to be up in just a bit, because we are going to go ahead and we're going to play through a round here, championship round, I do believe. So we are going to take a look at that, and we're going to see how we can do that. So we'll play a round and throw that video up for you in just a bit. All right, see you soon.